set up for today. I've got the black cables off the back handlebars for some upper body work a little bit later on. I'm not going to need the mermaid strap today. We're not going to be mermaiding. We will be using your red cables, and then also have your red pole handy for some of the lighter lunges at the front. As always, modifications. We will be starting at the back of the machine today and pretty much staying at the back for our opening core block. So I'll try to cue you to the front if you need to make it a little less intense. If you are heading up to the front, more yellows will be more support, and I'll try to tell you that as well. Biggest modification, way to make it easier, whether you're sore or building strength, is going to be range of motion, and I'll speak to that as well. We got Jessica demoing today, and we're going to go ahead and start up at the back of the machine with a little bit of a warm-up. So we're going to start with giant chest opener. If this were in the middle of class, it might be 2 or 3 yellow springs, but judge your shoulders real quick, how your neck is feeling after your sleep or your work day or whatever. I'm going to say go 1 to 2 yellows. 2 would be heavier. And like I said, we'll get started at the back with the red cable. So 1 or 2 yellows. 2 yellows is heavier. 1 is going to be a little softer. Go ahead and walk around to the back. Pick up your red cables and then set yourself up. The further you step back, the heavier the springs are going to feel. Actually, step forward just a little bit so they can see you. So first things first, don't start moving your arms just yet. Get your legs nice and strong. So plant into all 4 corners of your feet. Pull the lower abdominals in, drop those front ribs an inch back into the spine, and then try to reach your fingers down to the floor. From here, squeeze those abs, and as you exhale, you're going to start to press your arms back, squeezing the shoulder blades. Your head stays still. Try to pause at the back briefly, and then try to go a little bit slower as your arms come forward. Your hands are going to stop right where they started, in line with your hips. And then as you exhale, nice big deep breath, you're pressing back, squeezing those shoulder blades. Good. Drop the right shoulder just a little bit. Awesome adjustment. And now just moving through. Nice big stretch on the chest, right? If you tend to side sleep, this is a great posture exercise. We're strengthening through the middle back, so like the rhomboids between your shoulder blades. You're getting the back of your shoulders. You're also getting the back of the upper arms, the triceps, with your elbows real straight like this. Next one, go ahead and press your arms back. Nice little hold. Lengthen through your wrists a little bit. Strong in your legs. Stand up a little taller. Give me little squeezes back. Try to move with your breath. So it's not a bouncing action. Every little squeeze back is a new, fresh oxygen in your lungs, right? So inhale and exhale as you press for 4. 3 looks good. Hold it all the way back in 2. Hold it back. And now just slowly bring it back to full range. You have about 15 more seconds here. Just a little warm up. We're not quite getting into the arms yet. We're going to move right into a plank here off the back of the machine. So if you are on 2 or more yellows, make sure you drop it down to 1 yellow. If you need to take it up to the front, this would be a good time to do it. In 5, so your hands are going to be on the 8 and the 10 if you're at the back, hands on the front platform if you're modifying. 1 yellow in 2. And 1. So I'm going to pull Jessica's carriage in. She's going to bring her hands onto the 8 and the 10. Her toes are tucked, and she extends out into that nice strong plank. So we're holding here. If this is too much, you could come down to your knees. You could take it up to the front. At the front, 2 yellows is easier. Try to really engage your thighs, your hips, your butt. And then just a little bit, see if you can slide the carriage forward so your shoulder's right over the wrist. This should make it super difficult. Now slowly as you can, and this is optional, never required, see if you can take 1 slow push-up. So coming down, bending the elbows, doesn't matter how low you go. Lifting all the way back up, push that carriage away, puff up into the upper back just a little bit. Squeeze your glutes, engage your hips, draw the navel up. Should be getting challenging, you're almost there. See if you can give me 1 more push-up just like that. Nice and slow, coming down again, totally optional. You can stay holding at the top. Nice control, Jess. Good, push it all the way up. You have 8 more seconds. You're gonna be on your elbows and on your knees. Try to slide right into that modified plank and hold it there. In 3, 2, 1. Awesome, Jess. Elbows down, knees down. Slide your hips forward and hold your modified plank. Because why? So that you immediately feel that burn on your abdominal wall that you just kind of fired up from your high plank. Do the same thing here. Really fire up the butt, the thighs, the hips, strong in your lower body. Allow the carriage to slide a little bit forward so you feel that maximum effort from the upper abdominals and the shoulder girdle. Take a big deep breath, keep your head lifted, your neck long, start to saw your elbows slow. Oh yeah, Jess, it's shaking already. I'm so excited for today. Slowly as you can go, your elbows slide forward. How do you make this easier? Don't go out as far. How do you make it harder? Go slower as you draw out and as you squeeze back in. Keep moving right here. You've only got about 10 more seconds. Awesome. Nice and slow on the way in. Your butt is still squeezing. 3, 2, stack your shoulders over your elbows slowly as you can. Move into that crunch. Go real slow. Round the spine. Tuck, 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 tuck. Yes, perfect, Jessica. Hold it up at the top for a second. Lift from your middle spine. So good. And then slowly sliding it all the way back out towards that modified plank. How do you make it easier? Maybe you don't go all the way out to that modified plank. If you're at the front, this looks just the same, right? Real slow, squeezing it up and in. Now hold it on this next one. Tuck your lower abs, find them. Sometimes it takes work. You're not just going through the motions. Pull in on the navel. Give me 1 inch out. Watch those shoulders creeping forward to the elbows. Good, 1 inch up. Move from the spine, more from the shoulder, or less from the shoulders. 1 inch out. 1 inch up, hold it, relax your jaw. Big range of motion, slide it all the way out. Modified plank, legs are strong still, and then a big squeeze in, round it up, tuck, 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 tuck. So slow, perfect in the spine, Jess. Let's slide it all the way out to that modified plank one last time. I want you to lift the back of your head, gaze forward, engage your armpits, squeeze your butt, and start to saw those shoulders one more time. You've only got 10 seconds here. I'm gonna get you off your shoulders right after this. You'll be sitting on your butt, coming into super crunch in 4, so freaking strong. 3, 2, 1. I like that hold. Tuck your toes under the strap, tuck your tailbone. If you are at the front, you can totally stay up at the front and bring your toes under the strap up here and just sitting on your butt, or you can make your way all the way to the back. Super crunch, big range of motion for some of us, smaller for others, right? You're leaning back at the same time that your legs extend away. So it's coordination. You're moving your upper body and your lower body. There's a pause at the back. We're trying to keep our neck nice and long all the way through the movement. Most of us tend to drop our chin onto our chest as we lean back. It's because your head makes the weight of your head makes your core have to work harder as you lean back and gravity starts to pull on it. On your next one, start to lean yourself back. Start to straighten your legs a lot. See if you can go a little bit straighter with your legs, and the answer is maybe. Tuck your tailbone so you feel that lazy inch right below your belly button. Pull in. Lift your chin a little bit to press your shoulders. Don't move your legs. Lean your upper body back 1 inch. Get it to shake if you can. On your next big exhale, lift up just that 1 inch. Try to visualize your long spine 1 inch back. The movement is really small. 1 inch up. Abs so tight. Nice control, Jessica. 3, 1 inch back. Hold it now. Try to maybe push it back a little bit further. So strong. And now you're back to full range. All the way in and up, all the way out. You only have about 10 more seconds in this full range of motion. We're gonna ditch the carriage to transition. We'll stand up and face the back, reverse catfish. If you're at the front, stay. If you need to go to the front, go on. In 3, 2, 1. Awesome. If you're at the back again, make sure you've got your one yellow still. Hands up on your high bars, toes hook up with the strap. Heels are gonna lift all the way up. You're gonna lean your shoulders forward slightly of your wrist line. Now if you're at the back, or at the front rather, you're gonna lean slightly back. Now if you wanted to make this harder, toes scooch back a little bit further. You'll see Jessica has established this nice tabletop position in the spine, similar to bear. Hips stay at the height of the shoulders. Shoulders are nice and strong and stable. This is great upper body work. It's like you're holding a plank again while you work your abs like this. The movement comes in the hips and the knees. So you're hinging, bending the knees, squeezing your lower abs to pull in, and then you're resisting as you do the opposite. As the legs slide out, you want to go even slower. Check in with your shoulders. Depress your shoulders. Press inwards on the bars. Wrap your triceps back. Squeeze your butt, engage your hips, activate those inner thighs. Next one, slide your legs back for a hold. Your hips stay high, so the legs don't go very far back here. Hold it out. Abs so tight, looks so good, Jessica. Give me a little squeeze in, tiny, tiny. Less can be more. A little squeeze out. You're breathing, right? This is where we push. Little squeeze in, you're there. Little squeeze out. 3 seconds, full range in 2 and 1. Bring it in, slide it right back out. Last 10 seconds. Coming down to your hands and knees. Straight into that modified plank. Setting up wheelbarrow. 3, 2, 1. Good job. So hands on your back platform, knees hook up with the strap. You're gonna bring your hips forward into this modified plank shape, kind of like the saw we did on our elbows earlier. First things first, I love how Jessica holds it here. What is she doing? She's establishing the position. Don't just start moving in and out. Set your foundation, shoulders depressed, spine is long, your butt, your hips are engaged, your inner thighs are squeezing. Now for the movement. Resisting against that spring, we're gonna start to slide backwards from the shoulders. Start really small, really slow. Feel that pulling on the abdominal wall, and on your exhale, you engage your lats and your triceps and you pull yourself forward. You can hold when your shoulders are over the wrist line. It's a little bit modified that way. Ideally, yeah, we're trying to keep your shoulders behind the wrist the entire time. It's extremely difficult here at the back. You'll feel when you pull your shoulders over your wrists and you hold it there, it does not feel like a break. On your next one, slide it out as far as you can hold it and try. It's gonna be difficult. Your abs are lit up now, heart rate's rising, hold it back. This looks super strong, Jess. Lift the head a little bit. Hold on to it, everybody. Can you slide out just 1 inch further? Yes, so strong, Jessica. One more time, give it 1 more inch. Yes, and we're back to full range. Making it look easy over here. We've only got 10 more seconds. I'm gonna finish you off right here with some push-ups, and then we're gonna move into the right side of the waist. In 5, stay on your knees for this set of push-ups, whether you're at the front or the back. In 3, 2, 1, pull it all the way forward, stay in your modified plank, and now as slowly as you can, bend your elbows, coming down into some nice deep push-ups. It should be more accessible when you're on your knees to get lower. Now for me, not necessarily. I'm carrying some extra weight these days, and my shoulders is any given day is different. So if you need to modify range of motion, do it. Try to keep, no matter how far you're moving, really slow, working eccentrically on the way down. Chest, shoulders, back muscles, abdominals, your legs, all working real hard here. I know, Jess. 10 more seconds. We're gonna bring the elbows down to replace the hands. Your knees are gonna pivot to the left side crunch. In 3, good. Last 2, and 1. Elbows come down. Shoulders are getting tired, so we gotta talk about that. You'll see Jessica pivoted her knees towards the left side so that she can tap into that right side waist. We're lifting, squeezing, rounding up through the right side, creating that C curve in the spine. Your chin comes towards your chest as the knees draw towards the back platform, and you're resisting on the way out. Only thing I'm gonna say right now is let's go a little bit slower. Let's really try to light that right side up. Even though your shoulders are getting tired, you can still hang on to this. Engage those armpits, engage your inner thighs. If you're feeling this more in your right hip, you guys, right, more than your right side waist, you've got to adjust. You got to adjust the way your knees are pointed, or you got to adjust how you're moving. Next one, slide it about halfway out and hold it there. First thing, pack your shoulders away. Engage this. Squeeze your butt. Tuck your tail. Give me 1 slow inch up and in. Perfect, Jess. 1 slow inch out and down. 1 slow inch up and in. Squeeze it real good. Slow inch out and down. And you're back to full range. Slide it all the way out. Big old breath. Round it up and in. Yes. Hold it again on this next one. Slide it halfway out. Round 2, the pulse. 1 inch up and in. Squeeze it real tight. 1 inch out and down. Just 5. Stay with me. 1 inch up and in. Squeeze it. 1 inch out and down, and you're back to full range. Slide it out. 13 seconds. Breathe through it. We're gonna come into a real strong side plank. On your knees, I'm gonna recommend, you can always come to your feet though. If you need to go to the front for your shoulders, go right ahead. In 3, right elbow stays, turn left in 2 and 1. So right elbow is down. Aim your right hand so that it's pointed in front of you rather than out in front of your elbow. Push down into your elbow, push down into your forearm. Squeeze your butt, tuck your tail just a little bit. Now squeeze onto this right side waist and so strong, lift up just 1 inch. Squeeze the heck out of it. 1 inch down, I know. 1 inch up, you guys, squeeze it more. We're only here about 8 more seconds. 1 inch down, lift off that shoulder. 5, we're coming to the front, teaser. If you're already at the front, stay. In 2 and 1, awesome. Last one for the right side waist. If you need 2 yellows at the front, add it on. Hands up on your high bars. Right foot crosses your left. Ideally, your feet are lined up heel toe, pointed directly to your left. But you adjust to accommodate the squareness in your shoulders. Your body weight stays forward in your arms again, just like the catfish we've already done. You'll see here at the front, shoulders are right over the wrist line. To make it more challenging, shift your shoulders slightly back. If you also wanted to advance this one, another way you could do that is lowering your hands A to the next set of bars, or B all the way onto that front platform, which is gonna be platform teaser. It's closer to being in like a side pike. Nice and slow, about 20 seconds of movement. Other ways to challenge yourself here, going way slower, no doubt, right? Adding in some push-ups. One thing I like to say about push-ups, make sure the push-up doesn't take the focus off the obliques. So if it's gonna bring you out of it, maybe leave the push-ups out for today. 8 seconds, you're gonna start to slide it all the way out in 4, 3, 2, slide it out. Legs are back behind you, your gaze is forward, your arms are getting tired. Squeeze into those armpits for me. Slowly as you can go, lift it 1 inch up. Nice tempo, Jess. 1 inch down. We're right here. We're at our edge, you guys. 1 inch up. 5 seconds. I got a little challenge for you. It's optional. If you can't take the challenge, you're just going to hold. In 2, slide it out. Hold it. Your right foot. See if you can pick your right foot up and bring your right knee towards your left elbow. Your right leg is your front leg. Hold it. Pull it in tighter if you can. Oh yeah, tighter. 3, right side elevator. In 2, sit into your low lunge on 1. Awesome. So right foot forward on the front platform, left toes are back, your feet are hips distance. Come all the way down into your lunge and just hold it there. We're just gonna start with a nice isometric hold. So right foot, pushing all 4 corners of that right foot into the platform, holding at the bottom. Soften your left knee a little bit, yeah. Drop the tailbone just a sliver, so freaking strong. See if you can come down a little bit lower, just a few more seconds here. Relax your jaw, stack your head on top of your shoulders, engage those back muscles again. Take a big inhale and come down 1 inch. Nice. Another breath, come up 1 inch. Try to keep the movement real small, real controlled. 1 inch down. Perfect spine, Jessica. 1 inch up, about 5 more seconds. You're almost there, I know. Come 1 inch down and now just sit in it. Feel this work you did, feel your heart rate rising, feel maybe the shakes coming on. 3, 2, slowly as you can, start to rise up. Yes. Try not to lock it at the top. Once you hit the top, you're coming right back down. Breathing in, breathing out, no problem. One more challenge coming in about 20 seconds. We'll be ending on the challenge, moving right on into that next one. Dig deep here. And shoulders down the back. So tempo, range of motion, right? Your tempo, you're going as slow as you possibly can. I'm looking for about 6 or 8 seconds in the lunges. Bigger is you're trying not to lock your knee at the top. You're trying not to let yourself take a break at the top. So shorten that range of motion to access that if you need to. Next one, come all the way down, hold it. Meet me there. Hold it and breathe. For a challenge, reach your arms forward. If you need the support of your bars next to you, put a light finger touch down there. As slowly as you can, begin to bend your left knee in. Go real slow. Look at this tempo. I can't even tell she's moving. Real slow. Bending that left knee, letting it slide under the hip, core so tight. Yes. And then sliding it all the way back out. So good. Listen, you have 8 seconds. Left foot is gonna step back past that second red line. The right foot stays where it is. It's a split lunge in 3, 2, 1. Good job. So keep your right foot where it is. Step your left toes way back. So start up at the top of your lunge, and what you're gonna do, rather than leaning over your right leg, kind of lean back into your back leg with your back heel lifted up real high. Yeah, and then now it'll be easier to bend both knees and lower yourself straight down. Perfect. Once you hit the bottom, you're trying to rise right back up. This is extremely difficult. You're trying to keep the carriage closed up against the front platform. It might not be perfect. It's a super difficult exercise. There's a lot of sensation here, a lot of feedback from the body. You can certainly lean forward a little bit, keep your spine long, neutral all the way through. Make sure your front knee doesn't creep forward to the ankle. Keep it stacked right over the heel. 10 seconds. I know, it's a burner. For sure. Engage through those inner thighs. Squeeze your right butt more than you think. And on your next one, bring it all the way down to the bottom and hold it here. Breathing, holding, squeezing. Slowly, 1 inch down. So freaking strong, Jessica. Great depth. 1 inch up. Just a few seconds. 1 inch down. Breathe real deeply. Fight for it. 1 inch up. Come down 1 inch. Hold it. 3, 2, full range. All the way up. All the way back down. So strong. Yes, you should be burning it out by now. It should feel like you can't do another. 5 seconds. We're going to come into one more challenge. In 3, all the way down. 2. Hold it on 1. Hold it. 1 inch up. 1 inch down. You've totally got this. 5 seconds. 1 inch up. 1 inch down. Hold it down. And you're back to full range. Last 12 seconds. If you don't have me here with you, you do have a spring change coming. We're setting up our skater. In 5, you're going to turn to your left. In 3, 2, and 1. Great job. So about 1 red, 1, 2, or 3 yellows. I put Jess on 1 red and 1 yellow. She's going to sit down into her deepest squat, feet against the strap. She doesn't have her front platform strap, hence the lighter. If we need to go even lighter, we totally can. So first, establish your squat, just like we did in wheelbarrow. Sit down. Don't push your left leg out till you're sitting in your deepest, lowest, most connected squat. Focus is the right leg, isometric hold. You're going to start to drive out left with the left leg. So you're pushing from your outer thighs, your abductors. You're going to feel your outer glutes, gluteus medius. You're also going to feel your quads, no doubt. Your thighs are going to burn like the dickens because you're sitting into a nice deep squat the whole time. Constantly try to shift your weight back to your heels. Constantly try to get lower. Breathing deeply, 1 breath at a time, 1 rep at a time. Don't think about how much longer. Focus just on the next one right in front of you. Start to send your left leg out to the left. Hold it out there. Check your core. Your spine is long. Your obliques work a little harder here. See if you can sit down a little bit lower. Push your left leg out even straighter. Yeah, good. Now use the bars if you need to. The carriage should move out further when you do this. You're going to come a good 1 to 2 inches down in your right leg. Your left leg is strong, pushing the carriage away. 1 inch up. And then again, 1 to 2 inches down. Use those bars if you need to. It's not a cheat. It's going to help you with the depth. 1 inch up. Awesome. Go 1 to 2 inches back down. Try to rock your way back to your heels as slowly as you can. Bring it back to full range. Awesome, Jessica. Left leg is coming in. You're almost there, about 14 seconds. Stay with it. Big inhales, big exhales. Spine looks good. Drop the tail just a little bit. Perfect. 1 more. Last one, best one. Good. Start to bring your left leg in, holding your squat. So don't stand up, don't move, don't change a thing. But after your skater, find your squat position. Feel it evenly in both legs now. Try to come down a little bit lower. Feel your hips, your thighs burning. And then as slowly as you can, start to rise up into your squat. Push the carriage out a little bit wider if you can. And then coming down as low as you can into your squat, right back into it. So try to go a little bit faster. And I'm not saying fast, but I don't want you necessarily like creeping, waiting to get down to the bottom of the squat. Like get down to the bottom of the squat and then go slower on the way up. Spend more time in your lowness, right? All the way down, Good, all the way up. Slower on the way up. Try to spend a little time burning at the bottom of your squat. Your core is tight. Ooh, it shakes, I like it. I'm gonna actually take one yellow off for Jess, just so she can push it out a little bit further, so it feels a little better on her hips as she gets lower, and she's not feeling her ankles try to do the work. Like I said, she doesn't have a strap on the front platform. Sometimes that makes my feet weird in this one. Let's come all the way down. Ooh, good depth. She's already down there. Head start, I like it. Hold it down, right? Chest is open, abs are tight, your breath is deep, your heels are driving, like you're trying to break them through the platform. Come 1 to 2 inches lower. Should be extremely uncomfortable at this point. Should be hard. 1 inch up. And then push it. Come 1 to 2 inches down. And now hold it there and give me a faster little pulse. Down, down. Abs are burning and you're still breathing here. You're still holding the carriage still for 3, full range in 2, 1. All the way up. Bring it all the way back down. You've got 15 seconds. We're gonna adjust our feet slightly for outer thighs. And again, I might even adjust Jessica's springs because she doesn't have a strap against her right foot. Last 5, we're only doing this exercise on one side, so make sure you feel it evenly in 3, 2, 1. Good, so standing all the way up, I like to turn my toes slightly inwards. First things first, press your weight forward towards the balls of your feet a little bit so you're not just pressing into your heels. And then as you exhale, let's hinge forward from the hips. As you press it out, pause. Pause out there. I just saw that pole was hitting her in the chin. Push it out. Lean your weight forward into the balls of your feet. Feel it when you do that. And then resist as you come back in. As you come back in, you're going to upright your spine. So a lot of core work here. You're going to stop your feet at least hips distance width apart or further. So there's no release of those outer thighs. This is abductors again, your outer thighs, your outer butt pockets. And I would say for me, I don't know about you, Jessica, but this is a little bit more difficult for my core than for my legs. Like my legs are like, yeah, I could do the splits. I got some strong butts over here. But the harder part for me is maintaining my nice neutral spine as I push out. So think about bear, think about catfish, think about wheelbarrow, how we're doing all those movements with the legs and the arms, but the spine doesn't change shape. Same thing here. When you're leaning forward, I don't want you arching your back or rounding your back or dropping your rib cage. Go slower so you feel more connected to the movement. Push it all the way out and hold it on your next one. Take your time. Send it all the way out there. Squeeze into your core. Shift your tailbone back. Knit those front ribs up. Lean your body weight forward. Now do me this. Squeeze your abs so tight and then push it out as far as you can. Hold it there. Now don't let it come in. Should be a little bit of a battle. Hold it here. Squeeze your abs so tight. Focus. And then push it out further. Hold it out there. Yeah. Soften your knees just a little bit. One more time. Squeeze your core. Push it out as far as it's gonna go and come back to full range. Nice and slow. We got a spring change coming in 10 seconds. We're gonna shift into our last right leg exercise. It's escalator lunge. 1 yellow, 2 is more support in 3, 2, 1. Good job. So 1 yellow, 2 is more support. Step your right foot out onto the carriage. Your pole can be your buddy here, or you can always pick up that pole for some upper body work. We're gonna lunge down into the right leg, knee over the ankle, just like elevator. Pressing into your right heel, we're gonna rise up. So a little hip hinge forward, leaning forward at your hips is gonna help you if you feel any pressure in your lower back or if you feel any burning, pulling from the front of your left hip. Also, I feel like it makes your hamstring and your booty burn a little bit more. So try different variations, try what it feels, see what it feels like to, lean forward. Nice, slow, steady movements. This is the last one on your right leg. You should be getting there by now. You've already done 2 different variations on the lunge. You've worked your thighs and your squats and your outer thighs and your skater. Super slow, super strong. Next one, let's start to make our way down towards the bottom. We're just gonna hold it down there for a second. We got a series of challenges here. Everything's gonna move really slow, but it'll be over quickly. Hold it down. Get down as low as you can. Soften your left knee, but strengthen that back leg so much. Your back leg is strong, your abs are tight. See if you can come in a little bit lower. And then as slowly as you can, you're gonna start to kick your right heel forward. Doesn't matter how far you go, you guys. As far as you can, hold it there. Feel that work in your core. Pull your heel in so it's just under your knee. Stop right there. And then bend your left knee. Pull yourself backwards. Good. Hold it there. Relax those shoulders down. 3, so freaking strong, Jess. Great adjustments. 2, slide your left leg out straight. Strengthen that back leg. Pull your core in. Kick your right heel forward. Feels so good. Hold it. Good. Bend the knee. Pull the heel in. It's like a standing hamstring curl. Bend your left knee. Pull yourself back. Hold it. Adjust your core. Adjust your neck. Adjust your shoulders. Breathe. One last time. Slide it out. Stay with me. Should be at your edge now. Kick that right heel forward. Yep, breathe real deep. Kick it forward, kick it forward, kick it forward. Can you go a little bit further? And then slowly pull it in. Yes. Bend your left knee, hold it. 1 inch down. Oh yeah. 1 inch up. She's like, dang it. 1 inch down. Breathe through. 1 inch up. 4 seconds. 1 inch down. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. 3, 2, slide it out. Lunge a little deeper and then rise on up. Last 10 seconds. No problem. In 8 seconds, your hands are going to be on the carriage, on the 2 and the 4. Toes where your left foot is, hang up your pole. In 2 and 1. High plank. So hang up your pole, hands come down to the 2 and the 4. Your toes are tucked. We're at the front of the machine, so 2 yellows would be easier at the front. If you're up on your hands and you're up on your toes and you're like, oh my goodness, what do? Come down to your knees as you build strength. We're, backing off and sometimes we're adding on. Take a big inhale, puff up into your upper back, lift your chin towards your throat, and as slowly as you can, bring it into bear. So you're gonna bend the knees. This feels sort of familiar because we did catfish already. Very similar movement. Your center of gravity is lower. It's harder because of your hands being on the same plane as your feet now. 10 seconds. So strong, Jess. Soften your elbows. You'll get more energy from those muscles through your arms. On your next one, slide it out to straight legs. Hold it. Slowly as you can. I'm not going to hold you here long. Plank to pike. Take it up. Yeah, nice slow control. Shoulders are lifting as you rise. Sorry, my hands are really cold. And then sliding it right back out. We're still maintaining that neutral spine we've been talking about. Breathing in, last 5 like this, pike it up one more time if you've got it. We're gonna push it now. Slide it all the way out to your plank. I want your eyes forward. I want you to take a big breath and I want you to believe that you can. Bend your knees for bear. This is the last time. Bend them in, go slow, your 15 seconds. This looks super strong, Jess. We're gonna come down to our knees. We're gonna hit our wheelbarrow here at the front before we move into that left side body. Last 8, 7, way to fight for it, Jessica. In 5 seconds, your knees come down. In 3, 2, and 1. So bringing the knees down, hands are still up. If you needed to get off your wrists, come on down to your elbows. It's all good. We're gonna bring the hips forward into your modified plank. You see that we hold this modified plank, and I love it. She maybe has taken my class too many times. And then we're gonna start to slide the carriage out. How do you make it easier? Don't go out very far. Make it slower, and that will be stronger than trying to go out all the way and you're feeling pressure in your back and your shoulders are cranking on you. If you feel pressure in your back, lift your hips a little higher. If you feel pressure in your neck, keep the focus on keeping those shoulders depressed, right? Squeeze your butt, squeeze your inner thighs, activate your hips. Your lower body is super strong in all these core exercises. On your next one, slide it out as far as you can go and try to hold it there. Push it out and hold. Yeah, breathe deeply. Should be difficult, right? Hold it out. See if you can push it out 1 inch further, and now you're really at your edge. Come 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch out. It's tiny little flexes, really. You're not moving very far. 5, 4, so strong, Jess. Relax those shoulders down, everybody. 2, and 1, full range. Now is the time you want to go get it if you can. Last 10 seconds. I'm going to bring you back into those push-ups from here. We did this at the back before, at least most of us. In 3, 2, 1. Stay down on your knees and slowly feel out your push-ups. I say feel them out because you've had a whole lot of core work since your last set of push-ups, right? You've done a bunch of legs, your heart rate's up a little higher. Go slower. I'm talking 5, 6, 8 seconds down. I'm not gonna count for you because we're all in different ranges of motion, but go slower. I don't care how low you go. One thing I do want you to focus on, you got about 12 more seconds. The hardest part of your push-up is the way up, and it's usually the core that likes to give out. So suck that belly button to your spine. It's side crunch on the left side in 3, 2, 1. So we're moving up to the back. Make sure you're on one yellow. Elbows on the back platform, turn your knees to the right. If you did this at the front before, same goes. Your knees turn to your right side so that you can access that left side waist. We're gonna start to C-curve and round the spine up and in. Shin will move towards the throat. Your inner thighs, you guys, your butt squeezing here. If you feel this more in your left hip than you do in the left side of your waist, either adjust the angle, like which direction your knees are pointed, you could twist more or less, or adjust what you're doing. Do not pull your knees in. Lift from the side of your waist. If that's hard for you here at the back, it's not weird. It's pulling against the spring. So you could go try this at the front until you're able to feel it more effectively. Next one, slide it about halfway out and hold it there. Pack your shoulders away, lengthen your neck. Give me one slow inch up and in. One slow inch out and down. We're almost there. 1 inch up and in, squeeze it real tight. Slide it all the way out, 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 slow as you can, slow as you can, slow as you can, slow as you can, gaze forward, and then round it up again about halfway in, hold. 1 inch up, I know, back-to-back pulses, it's spicy. 1 inch out and down, resist, lift from that left side waist for 3. 2, let's take it out, full range of motion. You've got 12 seconds. We're gonna come into that strong side plank on your left forearm. If you need to take it to the front for your shoulders, please do. If you need to stay on your knees, I totally would. 3, 2, 1. Left elbow stays down. You open up to your right side. Try not to turn your hand out in line with your elbow, but instead turn your arm so you've got your hand right in front of your elbow. And push into the knife edge of your forearm to get out of that shoulder. Now pinch that left side waist tightly. Make sure your legs are strong, you guys. And give me one squeezy inch up. I want you to really feel this. We're only here about 10 more seconds. 1 inch down, push it, squeeze it, lift 1 inch up. We're coming to the front again in 5 seconds. 4, it's teaser. 3, 2, 1, good job. So all the way up to the front if you're not there already. Remember, 2 yellows is easier, more support at the front. Left foot crosses right. You lean your weight forward into your arms at the front, shoulders slightly behind the wrist line. I didn't mention this earlier, Jessica, but if you wanted to stay at the back for a French twist, you totally can. You can always advance, you can always back off any given day. So the movement is like a pike through the left side of the waist. If you wanted to advance this, you could slide your shoulders back a little further. You could walk your feet out a little bit further. What I like to do is bring my hands down to the lower set of bars most days. Also has to do with your proportions and how strong your upper body is. And then the final kind of variation here is you can bring your hands all the way down to that front platform, and that'll make it even more extra. You'll be closer to that plank position. 10 seconds. So again, activating through that left side, you've already spiced it up. You should be there at your edge already. Next one, start to slide it out. Take a second. Once your legs are all the way back behind you, reset around the shoulder blades, re-engage the chest, depress your shoulders, 1 slow inch up. Awesome. 1 inch down. Keep it tiny, keep it tight. Keep your breath really deep. 1 inch up. 1 inch down. We've got 4 seconds to that challenge. Remember, you can just hold it if you need to. In 3, 2, slide your legs out. Your front foot is your left foot. Try to bring that left knee towards your right elbow as tight as it can be. You can touch, maybe it doesn't. For 3, bottom of the elevator lunge in 2 and 1. So strong, Jessica. We made it. That's like all the core work today. We made it. So from here, we're gonna come down into your lowest lunge on your left leg, and we are starting with a hold, starting with an isometric hold. Breathing here, you got your left butt, your left hamstring, your left quad. You got your right thigh getting a nice little stretch onto the hip flexor. You'll see that Jessica's right butt is still squeezing. This is helping to keep her hips square. Her inner thighs are squeezing as well. Lift the back of the head a little bit, depress your shoulders. Let's see if we can come down a little bit lower, just 5 more seconds. Breathing, relax your jaw, relax the tension out of your toes. Slowly, 1 inch down. Oh yes. 1 inch up, hold it. 1 inch is real tiny, you guys, keep it honest. 1 inch down, you can always use the handlebars, you can always use the pole. 1 inch up, stay with me, about 6 seconds, you're all right there. 1 inch down, and now hold it here. This should be hard. Feel what the power your body has, right? It can be challenging, and you can still sit in it. 3, 2, slowly rise up, real slow. Real slow. Yes, I can't even tell she's moving, and I like it. Relax the neck, set the head back on top of the shoulders. Once you hit the top, you're coming right back down to the bottom. Digging in. About 15 seconds, we hit our final challenge here. And then we're gonna quickly move into that split lunge. Remember, there is no outer thighs on this side, so it's just your skater and your squats coming up after that. Breathing deeply, roll those shoulders back just a little bit. Good adjustment. Let's come all the way down to the bottom. Hold it low on your next one. Take your time, settle in. All 4 corners of your left foot push. You can use your pole. You can use the black handles next to you if you want more. Reach your arms forward and challenge your balance. Slowly as you can, begin to bend your right knee in. It's the carriage kick. Yeah, hips stay level, core stays real tight. Let's squeeze this right butt cheek a little bit. Drop back for me. Yeah, good. Perfect. Woo, it shakes. Look at this tempo. It's everything, you guys. We have about 10 more seconds. There's no full range after this. So you're almost there. 5. Your right foot's just gonna take a big step back. Yes, you can stand up and shake it out. In 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So shake it out. Keep your left foot pretty much where it is. Step your right toes way back there onto the carriage. And then again, how I like to set it up, it's not lunging forward into that left leg like you think. Line yourself up between both legs and begin to bend your knees. Yes, this is what I wanted. It should be shaking, you guys. Like, I have done this in a couple privates this week. And the first one was like, what are you talking about? I cannot. Yes, that's exactly what I want. I want it to be that challenging for you. You come down as low as you can. You curse me out in your brain. You come all the way up. It's like a fresh one is coming right for you. So strong, Jess. I got a hold of it a little bit. So all the way down, all the way up. Left heel is pushing. You're going to feel your left butt, no doubt. You're going to feel your right quad. The front of your right thigh is probably flipping you the bird right about now. Try to squeeze your right butt cheek against all that talk in your brain. Squeeze your butt. You can totally do this. You can feel like this, and your muscles can keep moving. I was telling somebody earlier this week, they say that when your muscles start to shake, when they're shaking, if you're not shaking yet, we got some work to do, right? That we still have about 35–40% left in the tank. It feels weird, it looks weird, it's hard, your heart rate gets up high, but your muscles are not gonna give out on you just yet. 10 seconds. I like it, Jessica. I like that big hold at the bottom too. Let's come all the way down, hold it. It's not a long one, I promise. 1 breath at a time, you guys. 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Stay with it, stay with it. Your core is tight, your legs can shake. 1 inch down. Yep, 1 inch up, 5 seconds. 1 inch down, hold it low, 3. Relax those shoulders, 2, full range. All the way up, ooh, all the way back down. Digging deep. Awesome, so strong. 8 seconds, we have our final challenge on this one. Good, let's start to make our way all the way down. Here we are. Squeeze your buns like nobody's business. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Good front knee. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Hold it down. 4. Hold it down. 3. Lift your chin. 2. Full range last time. All the way up. Yes, Jessica. All the way back down. 10 seconds. The skater will feel like relief. In 6, 5, 4. You can keep moving if you can. In 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, so skater, feet are inside your straps. You can turn your toes outwards slightly. Again, first thing I like to do is setting this one up, sit down into your squat. Do not push your right leg out until you sit into your nice deep squat. Ooh, it's shaking. I'm super pumped, as you can tell. Start to push your right leg out to the right. I didn't even say it to her, but I even went one lighter on this side because I'm kind. And then we're resisting on the way in. How do you make every exercise feel better, stronger, more connected? Maybe it's going lighter on these heavy spring loads so that you can sit in it longer, feel more connected to the muscles that we're working. Shoulders are down the back. So this is skater. We're back to those abductors, back to your outer thighs. The other thing we're back to is the pushing exercise. So your heart rate will rise as more muscles are recruited to stabilize you into this position. Obliques are working pretty good. We got both sides of the waist fired up now. So feel the core brace laterally as you push out laterally. Try to rock your weight back into your heels. Next one, push your right leg away. Hold it out there. Now for this, I don't care if you use the bars. In fact, I think it's more effective and more maybe honest. Keep your right leg strong. The carriage should move away from you. I want you to bend your left knee and come down lower 1 to 2 inches. Yeah, you'll see Jessica's butt dropped back. Her knee did not go forward. Lift 1 inch up. Soften that right knee just a sliver. Yes, 1 to 2 inches down. We're almost there, you guys. Dig. 1 inch up. And then let's do it one more time. 1 to 2 inches down, all the way, all the way. Hold it down here, full range, right leg slowly. Perfect form, Jessica, great depth. You only have about 8 seconds, no problem. So strong, 4 seconds. Don't stand up, start to bring your right leg in 3, 2, right leg is in. While you're at the bottom of your squat, I want you to figure it out. I want you to feel your hips and your thighs burning, and I want you to feel both legs working evenly now. For 3, drop your hips lower, light them up. 2, slowly rise up, squats all the way up. Ooh, that feels like relief, and all the way back down. Good, nice and slow. So remember, yes, we're still going slow on the way down, but I'm not saying 10 seconds on the way down. Maybe like 4 or 5 seconds on the way down. A big old juicy pause at the bottom. Feel your thighs, your butt, your abs. And then you're going, yeah, on the way up, 6 to 8 seconds. So you're slower slightly on the way up than you are on the way down. Getting right back into the squat is our goal. We have one more leg exercise coming. And then we're gonna move into the upper body, and we'll be finishing with the upper body today. Good, let's come all the way down on your next one. Sit nice and low. Push your knee, just do small adjustments, you guys. Push your knees outwards a little bit, and just feel what that does to the outer butt cheek pocket. It feels delightful. Abs in a little bit more, heels push a little heavier, shoulders move towards your hips, away from the ears, more space. And then slowly 1 inch down. Yeah, you can use your bars, but you can't stand up. 1 inch up, really good. And then sink it 1 to 2 inches down. You're trying to work harder even though it's getting harder. 1 inch up, 1 to 2 inches down, hold it. And now give me those little squeezers, little pulses right there, firing up those thighs, tiny, tiny. 3, 2, full range, all the way up, all the way back down. You've got 15 seconds of movement. Got a spring change coming for escalator lunge. Last one on this left side in 8 seconds. Good, so remember as we change our springs, 2 yellows is easier. We want to change these springs quickly so you can get that leg burning again. In 3, 2, 1. Escalator lunge. 1 yellow, 2 is easier. Left foot steps out. Jess has her pole on the right side. The pole is your balance buddy. No shame in the balance game. Bending your left knee coming down, you'll see knee right over the ankle. Spine can lean a little forward, feels delightful. Core is hugging into that spine. You should feel your left booty, your left hamstring, your left thigh, your quad. Right thigh, getting that nice stretch at the front of the right hip. Okay. A lot of core work here, and your weight is forward in your front leg. The movement is coming from your left leg, but your right leg is active and strong, like a kickstand. So don't just let it be a noodle back there. A couple more seconds, start to make your way down to the bottom on your next one. Hold it low when you're there. Here we go. Let those breaths come nice and deep. Hold it down. Feels delightful. Get a little bit lower. Now, soften your back knee a little bit, but strengthen the muscles of the thigh on your back leg. Slowly as you can, kick your left heel forward. I don't care how far. Hold it out there. Yeah, it's a hamstring. Now pull the heel in so it's right underneath the knee, and then bend your right knee, pull yourself backwards. Hold it for 4. Sink a little lower, check your spine. 2. Slide it all the way out, all the way out, all the way out. Hold it, strong back leg. Kick your left heel forward as far as you can go. Doesn't matter how far, doesn't matter at all. Hold it. Ooh. Slowly pull it in. Yeah. Bend your right knee, hold it. Sink a little lower, hold it for 3. This feels so good. 2, slide it all the way out. This is your last time, you guys. Take a big breath, posture up. Slide your left heel forward, the furthest yet, because why not? Slowly pull it in, hold it. Bend your right knee, hold it. Sink as low as you're gonna get, 1 inch down, 1 inch up. This is your like culmination of all the work, right? 1 inch down, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Last time, hold it low, hold it low, hold it low. 3, 2, slide it all the way out, rise up. Last 12 seconds. Once you hit the top, you're coming right back down. In 10 seconds, we're gonna come back into our plank to start up this arm set. So your hands on the 2 and the 4, your toes on the platform where your right foot is in 3, 2, 1. Great job. So hands are gonna be on the 2 and the 4, your toes are tucked. You could add on a second yellow if you need to. It's a plank hold. You can come to your knees if you need to. No problem. Hold it out. We're just breathing here. This should feel like fire. Soften your elbows. Sometimes holding still is the, by far, hardest part of this stuff. You gotta force yourself to feel the feels. You gotta keep breathing. You gotta maintain. Slowly as you can, 1 time. See if you can give me a push-up. It doesn't need to be your lowest push-up, but it should be real slow. Abs are tight. That looks perfect. Hold it up at the top. 5 seconds. Melt the shoulders. Run that scan. Your butt, your hips, your thighs working hard. Your heart rate is rising. 1 more time. Give me a push-up. Slow, slow. Ooh, good. Lift all the way up. We hold it here. 10, 9, 8. You're looking for your black cables. You're looking for 3 to 4 yellows. Chest opener on the carriage versus the warm-up we started with. In 3, 2, 1. Woo, good job, Jess. So changing your springs first. 3 to 4 yellows. Grab your blacks on your knees. Knees could be on the 6 in the middle of the carriage, or knees could be on the 9, and that'll make it a little bit softer, lighter. So come up onto your knees here, so we'll fire up that whole core. Hands are right by your hips to start. Your wrists are nice and straight. First thing you're gonna do, squeeze your core, your butt. Click those front ribs in 1 inch. And then with super straight arms, with a big old squeeze to those shoulder blades, press your arms back and hold it there. Good. And then resist on the way forward. Perfect. If this feels heavy at all, like if you're kind of like, oh, I'm straining, and you don't feel like present in the movement, make it a little bit lighter. Scoot your knees 3 or 4 inches forward and it'll make a big difference for you. Next one, let's press it back for a hold. Doesn't matter to me how far, we're just holding it back. This time's just a hold. Squeeze those shoulder blades, reach your hands to the floor, draw those front ribs in, squeeze your butt cheeks, push it back a little bit further. Yeah, hold it, get it to shake, hold it back. Hold it back, 3, ooh, so good, 2, full range. Resist as you come forward, press it right back out, just 15 seconds. Try not to let your hands come forward of your hips. You guys, if they are, let's just go a little bit lighter on those springs. Again, scoot forward, grab the long straps, take off a yellow, no big deal. 8 seconds, we're gonna come into newspaper. So you're gonna switch hands with your cables so you have an X. Great opportunity to adjust spring load if you need. In 3, 2, 1. Cross your cables, bring your elbows right next to your sides. And then just hold it there for a second. Make sure when you're opening out, you guys, that your elbow doesn't slide forward. You want to keep the elbows right underneath the shoulders. Slowly as you can with a tight core first, pull in, and then start to rotate externally, turning your forearms out. Doesn't matter how far you go, hug those ribs in, yes. And then we're resisting as we come back to center. You're not coming any closer than center. You can hold there for 8 seconds, I don't care how long, till you get the strength, the energy to open it out nice and slow again. We're gonna come into a big challenge, about 10 seconds. Elbows tight to your sides. Try to lift the hands a little bit so the forearms stay parallel to the floor. Exactly, let's go a little bit lighter on this one. Good, next one, let's open it out. Hold it. Once you open it out, recognize if you're starting to lean back a little bit. Try not to. Now from here, here's the hard part, and you're gonna go really slow to keep it honest. Without letting your hands pull forward, we're gonna start to lift thumbs towards shoulders. And I'm not saying onto the shoulders, I'm saying towards, because we all have a different range of motion. Are your abs still tight right there? Pull them in. And then resist it as you come back down. Check those abs again. Depress your shoulders and then lift. Ooh, it's starting to burn, Jessica. It's starting to burn a lot. And then bring it down. And then let's do it one more time. Pull those abs in. Lift thumbs towards shoulders. Ooh, it's burning me and I don't have cables in my hands. Come all the way down. Hold on to it, hold on to it, hold on to it. Abs tight, pull it back a little bit further. Ooh, full range. Slow, 10 seconds. We're gonna uncross your cables. You can adjust your springs before you turn for serve the platter. Still 3 to 4 yellows, less is lighter. In 2 and 1. So facing the front, uncross your cables, adjust spring load if you need. Knees near the 6 again, and this one you can always sit down on your butt to keep the core and the shoulders, honestly, a little bit more honest. Reaching up and forward. So think serve the platter. Imagine you have a platter on your hands. Don't spill your platter. You're reaching your arms up and forward. It's less about getting your hands high, more about getting your shoulders and your elbows extended. You're resisting on the way back down. You're trying to tap into the same muscles even on the way down. This is chest, biceps, shoulders. You should feel those rotator cuffs spicing up again as well. You'll see a whole lot of abs working as well. Your cables are crossed. It's fine for now. That's why it's heavier though. And I'm like, are you okay? But it looks really good though. We'll just need to make sure she uncrosses them on the next exercise. Resisting on the way down, spine looks perfect, and then lifting it right back up. Next one, let's lift it all the way up and hold it. One exercise to go, P.S. I didn't say that, but it's exciting. Hold it out. Depress your shoulders a little bit. Squeeze your biceps more. Try to squeeze them. Try to get them to fire up. Pull your front ribs back 1 inch. Just feel the difference, right? 3, 2, full range. All the way down. Elbows stop right in front of the rib, and then they lift right back up. Neck is long, chin is towards your throat. You're trying to create more space in your spine. So keep doing what you're doing for the next few seconds, but see if you can just put a little bit more space between the bones of your spine. Just sit up taller. Good, reach it all the way out, hold it out again, and just breathe here. Just a few seconds, light it up. Biceps, chest, deltoids, abs, no neck, no jaw, no upper traps. 3, full range. In 2 and 1, just 8 seconds. We're gonna sit down on our butt. You're gonna keep your cables. This is a light chest fly. In 3, 2, 1. We just gotta make sure you're uncrossed. There you go. So sit down on your butt. Tuck your toes underneath the strap in front of you, carefully. And then adjust your hips forward or back. We all have different hips, hip flexors, so be where you are. Palms will face forward. Start with your hands together. Now, first things first, legs, try not to let your legs move in and out. Your knees do not have to be touching, but try not to let them go wider. As you lean back, you're gonna lean back about 3 to 4 inches, but your arms are gonna move really wide. Keep them slightly in front of your shoulders at your maximum. And then as you exhale, you're only gonna lift your spine up 1 inch or 2, even though your arms come all the way forward. So you are leaning back the entire time, kind of revisiting that super crunch, eh? Nice and slow. Arms stay pretty dang straight as they go out to the sides, and they round a little bit more as they come through center. Yes, beautiful, Jess. Your butt. Think about this for the next 8 seconds. Squeeze your butt cheeks so tight. Visualize the abdominal wall, right? Nice, slow, strong. Flex those arm muscles. Good. On your next one, start to lean yourself back as far as you feel strong in your spine. So lean it back, and then slowly, just those arms. Keep them a little straighter now, real slow. Keep leaning back. No more lift through the chest. You're leaning. It's all abs now. Just 5, 4, close your arms, hold them together. Stay leaning back, stay leaning back. Lift your arms up 2 more inches. Hold it, depress your shoulders. Feel your abs burning. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Lift your arms up a little higher. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Squeeze your abs, squeeze your abs. You gotta breathe, you guys. Last time. Lift them up as high as you can. 5. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 4. So good. 3, 2, 1. Get rid of those cables already. Awesome, everybody. Feel free to stretch out as much as you like. Good job today.
That one was hard, Jamie.
Yay.
That was really hard.
It was fine.